This is how Jupiter in retrograde is going to be affecting each rising sign. For Sagittarius risings, you guys are going to expect an overflow of abundance within your health and vitality. Now, before Jupiter went retrograde, you probably were focusing on your health, or you may have found that it was a little bit hard to deal with your health or anything related to your health and wellness. You may have even gotten sick, but now that Jupiter is going retrograde, it's going to ask you to reflect how you got sick or how you can actually make your health better in ways that you can change, or maybe even diving into some studies like learning what real health is and educating yourself about that topic. It could also be related to your work and your everyday life activity, knowing how to balance work life. Like having that work-life balance is going to be extremely important for you guys. Capricorn risings, before Jupiter went into retrograde, you guys had this unexpected situation within your kids, if you had kids, or you had an unexpected situation within romance, maybe going out on a date, or your creativity was thrown off a little bit. Now with Jupiter going retrograde in your fifth house, you'll notice that it's going to be a really good time for you to actually balance out those topics that I just mentioned and really dive deep into how you can balance your ability to be creative and be there for other people. Because a lot of the times I find, especially Capricorn risings, they're very focused on work and they seem to forget the creative aspect of one's life, which is important for the solar plexus. So which allows you to have better intuition and so on and so forth. So balancing the work-life balance in terms of your creativity is going to be extremely important for this Jupiter in retrograde transit. Aquarius risings, you guys had these unexpected situations within your home and family. Now with Jupiter going retrograde in your fourth house, you'll find that you're learning to kind of balance work life and family life. So being able to be there for your kids or be there for your wife or your husband whenever you're being asked to do so. So you're essentially being asked to focus on the home, focus on the family, and know when is the right time to put your eggs into that basket and when is the right time to take those eggs out and give it to yourself or give it to work. You may also be changing something in your home, like an actual aesthetic piece, whether this be your actual room or a poster. It could be anything like that as well. Pisces risings had this unexpected experience with friends, neighbors, or really close best friends before Jupiter went retrograde. They may have also been wanting to travel a lot more, but not really sure on how to do that. Now with Jupiter in Taurus going retrograde in your third house, you'll note that this is going to be a really good time for you to make that game plan to move forward and actually go and travel. You'll find that any experience that you had with the topics that I mentioned before are going to come to fruition, and it's going to be a lot more positive. So whatever it is that you experienced that was somewhat negative is going to come out as more positive now. Aries risings, you guys are finally diving into your money situation. You guys have probably been spending a little bit too much unexpectedly on certain things, things that might have gained your interest in terms of stability of your life. Now that you are understanding what it means to spend your money the right way and you're kind of looking into these different topics on how you can maybe even make more money, Jupiter going retrograde in your second house is going to help with all of this kind of rising up in your life. You guys will start to figure out ways on how to hone in on your money and not spend it on these kind of external desires that you have, especially with Jupiter squaring Venus. It's all of these desires that are pulling you in different ways to spend your money. And so with Jupiter and Taurus, it's going to get you to really learn how to save and spend money on things that are actually useful and not things of just simply desire. Taurus risings are leveling up. They're leveling up in their selfhood, their own identity, the hobbies that they carry. They're really going to bring more to the table in every aspect of their lives. They're really going to bring a lot more energy into themselves. They're going to know that they might have been slacking a little bit too much on their own physical body, their own health, their own vitality, their ability to work hard. So now with Jupiter going retrograde in your first house, you guys are really going to open up and you guys are going to dive deeper into what it is that you actually like to do. And I always advise you guys, especially in other fixed signs, to get out of your comfort zone and to note that you already have the ability to be extremely structured and to open up your mind to new ideas and new things, because that will help you evolve your own soul, your body, and your evolution in life. Gemini risings have probably been having one of the toughest periods in terms of retrogrades, especially now with Uranus going retrograde in their 12th house. I highly suggest that you guys meditate a lot and do a lot of self-reflection. You guys probably love to write in your journal, so I advise it again, because with Jupiter going retrograde in your 12th house, you'll notice that these traumatic experiences that has either happened to you, or traumatic experiences from the past, are starting to settle in and they're starting to make more sense to you. So with Jupiter going retrograde, you really want to learn how to deal with this trauma and heal it and move forward with it as well. Cancer risings are going to be living it up with their friends. Their hopes, dreams, and wishes will start to kind of open up even more. And you guys will notice that you'll kind of be tempted to go out more than normal, but you really have to listen to yourself and understand the work-life balance of Jupiter and Taurus, and note, how much am I going out with my friends and how much am I really honing in on myself. Leo risings are having extreme luck with career. So if you guys have been wanting to change careers, have a switch in career, Uranus is retrograde in your 10th house, as well as Jupiter now. So with the unexpected feeling that Uranus can bring, Jupiter is coming in and bringing in that luck. And I really do think that most of you are going to find a career from now until December. You may jump from job to job. It may be more than one. Even though you want one, it may be a couple different jobs. Stay open to it. Don't be as fixed as the other signs. And remember, every sign has its positives and negatives. You always want to understand the polarity, which for you guys is trying something new and trusting your gut feeling. Virgo risings, you guys are having a lot of abundance within higher learning, within learning about yourself, learning about other people. Listening to podcasts, reading a lot of different books is going to be extremely prominent for you right now, or taking a course if you're in high school or university. Starting school is going to be great for you. It's going to be really easy. Now, of course, this always depends on the other aspects, but on top of this, you may even find that traveling is something that is going to be prominent for you from now until December. Traveling on a plane specifically, because the 9th house is long distance travel. So you guys will most likely go somewhere new, and it'll be unexpected because Uranus is involved in your 9th house as well. Libra risings, you guys are all about relationships. That's your mission statement with Libra rising as your rising sign. Now with Jupiter going retrograde in your 8th house, you guys will notice that it's really time for you guys to note how much intimacy you've been having, and whether that's good for you or not, and how you can balance that with the life that you want to live. Just making sure that you guys are noting how much you guys are bending your morals and boundaries for other people, when other people might not be doing that for you. You're going to have a lot of these transformational experiences that open you up to an understanding of yourself. So really understand that with this retrograde, it's kind of helping you, it's aiding you in your journey, but you don't want to bend backwards for everybody. Scorpio risings were tempted before this retrograde to leave their relationships, to, look for a new partner, etc., etc. Now with Jupiter and Taurus going retrograde, it's kind of giving you that confirmation. Whether that confirmation is a yes or no depends on your own soul's journey, but and what you're going through. But this is going to be the confirmation. So from now until December, it's really time to move forward and step into that new version that you want to step into, and releasing the people that no longer serve you. And if that's the case, make sure you stick with your guns, but don't jump from person to person, because I also get this feeling like you guys don't really know how to, maybe some of you, not all, but sometimes you find trouble being alone. So just really stick to yourself, learn to be alone, learn to trust in your gut, and just live by yourself and really hone in on that. So yeah, nonetheless, that is how Jupiter in Taurus going retrograde is going to be affecting each rising sign. Now, always remember that the aspects in your own personal birth chart is extremely important to understand what could happen. So if you guys need or want an in-depth reading, just click the link in my bio and message me on Instagram. Like always, love, peace, and light.